Yeah, 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 yeah. What up? What up? What up? What up? Testing, 1, 2, 3. Back in this thing, man. You see the fitted. You see him. I'm talking about. That's one of the ones, man. So let's see if we get some people up in here. Let the people know. Let the people know. How do I sign in this here? Uh, what the fuck the function? Let's see here. Yeah, that worked perfect. A little delay on the replay, but it's all good. So, my good peoples, shout out to whoever just slid in. Trying to get some more people in here, man, before we get into this good content. No niggas is tripping off the title. Yeah, man. These niggas is the new lethal weapon crew, man. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Whoever up in here, man. Shout out to you. It's been a minute. Sorry, I ain't went live in like shit months. Down there a year. But anyway, welcome to Dead Street TV, man. Back up in this thing. You know it. Shout out to everybody who tapped in. I dropped a story time video earlier today. So shout out to you if you tapped in on that good video. I'm working on some more content, man. Trying to bring y'all something different. I was actually straying away from even talking about this particular subject because everybody bleeding in for the same content. But I just had to just throw in my 2 cents. Fuck it, why not? Get in the algorithm, get it going. You know what I'm saying? In a real way. Shout out my nigga Aaron the plumber in a real way. You feel me? Oh, speaking of, I wonder if Wack gonna give him that fade, man. Type of one in the chat if you think Wack gonna give Aaron Plummer the fade. Type of two if you think he gonna turn it down. I think he gonna turn it down, man. If you ask me, he might turn it down. Yeah, but let's get into this, man. We got Officer Adam, Detective Wack, the new buddy cop movie coming to a theaters near you. You know what I'm saying? Non-lethal weapon. Yeah, let's get to that. Let me see. Where was so I gonna start it? So we definitely for sure ain't gonna watch the whole video of these niggas. Here.
Hey, bro, check this out. This is really pertaining to you. Hey, attorney such and such, contact his attorney. Tell him if he wants to take possession of this shit, right, to where I don't use it, let me know. Right? He calls his attorney. They negotiate what they negotiate. They draw up their paperwork, right? He never one time talks to Oscar De La Hoya, right? There's never conversation between the two. The minute you get attorneys involved in these type of situations, that's not an extortion, right? So we're going to Kanye next, right?
Sure.
This started on Bootleg Cab, did it not?
I don't remember.
Bootleg Cab said, "What's up with these extra tapes I've been hearing about?" I said, "Yeah, it's a couple extra tapes." He's like, "What you gonna do with them?" I said, "We would never do anything with them but give them to Kanye." That's what we're saying, right?
Okay.
You can pull it up, right? So guess who calls me?
The Kardashians.
Kanye.
Oh, Kanye. Okay.
What up, bro? Man, I seen boom, boom, boom. Yeah, is that real? Yeah. Well, how could I? You said, okay, cool. I'm gonna put you with little bro. Y'all, you know. Yeah, send him to the airport. Bro, grabbed his ride, went to the airport, gave it to him.
Okay.
What do you?
Now, I don't know about y'all, but for a nigga like Wack, who seems to always have the footage, always be tapped in on whatever's going on, it sounds like to me he trying to do a little damage control. Because I remember when the shit first happened, he was letting everybody know like, yeah, we got the tapes, you know what I'm saying, and and Kanye gonna have to holler at Ray J and get that going or whatever. So to me, if somebody's holding something over you like a sex tape or some footage or whatever it is that they got over you that you don't want to necessarily get out into the world, that's a form of blackmail. And if they're getting something out of it, it's extortion. So he's been publicly saying this shit for years. And now they got this indictment on Big U for extortion, racketeering, and everything for that RICO case. Now all eyes is on Wack. Like you even had academics, basically, in my opinion, he was hoeing them out on that No Jumper live where it was him, uh, Vlad, the guy from London, Trap Lord Ross. He was kind of hoeing them out. Basically, you know what I'm saying? I asked him like, yo, like why is all of this is going on and you seem to have dodged a bullet, but you've been the one campaigning against Big U for the past year and some change, calling them all type of rats, this, that, and the third, dragging his name through the mud. You don't want letting the world know about this quote unquote DNA under the kid fingernails, and that was a public knowledge. You and 600 let that be known. But anyway, let's get into this.
See, where's the extortion?
Maybe some of that stuff is above board, but I think that a lot of people are assuming that if you were doing all this type of stuff, then maybe you were also hitting up the food vendors outside of Crenshaw High.
Stop right there. What type of stuff?
Hitting up the vendors outside of Crenshaw High is crazy. Damn, man. If the vendors can't get their little chili, the corn lady, the ice cream truck man, you know what I'm saying? They can't get their chili. I doubt he had his hand in all of that, man. But let's see.
Have I done? Everything I just laid out to you was either it was a business deal or it was a man keeping his word and just saying, here.
But you realize most people don't monetize their life in such a way. I'm not saying that there's anything inherently illegal about it, but most people don't obtain sex tapes and then profit off of not releasing them.
The profit came after the initial release. That shit been out since like 03.
Which was the sex tape?
04.
Well, the original one, yeah. You supposedly had more.
Yeah, but again, and Kanye went on a show and delivered the drop.
Why would you have copies of a sex tape that you ain't even in? Like, why ain't nobody asking that question? Like, why as a grown man why do I have copies of a sex tape of an artist that I do business with or managing? And I don't know. I don't know. I feel like that's weird. But this is the same man who said he had access or copies. He either had the copies himself or he had access to the copies of Nipsey and his indiscretions. But I don't know, man. I always felt that was kind of weird. Y'all let me know.
Has anything ever come out?
Not yet, but Kim K's an op now, right?
She ain't my op. She ain't never did nothing.
Well, she's Kanye's op, and you're Kanye's homie, right?
Well, that has nothing. That's his ex-wife. That's the mother of his kids. But if you look at the bootleg Kev show when he asked me about it. No, when he asked me about it, he said, "Bro, what y'all can make us?" I said, "We would never do that, bro." Like, and at this time, I wasn't even. I knew Ye. We talked all the time. Right? It wasn't no like that's my partner at this time. Right? I said, we just sit over and say, like, we ain't got no. That's his, he got kids by it. Like, some real shit, we just give it to him. You wouldn't, absolutely not. Well, he asked me that on the show. So Ye called my phone. That nigga called me. Right? Hey, boom. I said, yeah, he said, I seen it. That's real? I said, yeah. I said, how could I get it? I said, I just had a little bro bring it to you. Because I don't want to have that discussion with him because that's his, you know what I'm saying? That was his wife.
So there was never a time where Big U said to you, hey, this weed shop, they owe me 20 grand. Can you go grab it?
I never did that type of business with him. I'm going to be real. I've never, ever seen him personally. I've never seen him take nothing from nobody.
Okay.
Way to play it. Now, to me, that's a totally different tone than this nigga been saying, you know what I'm saying, prior to this. But I feel like if he would have just said this kind of shit from the jump, like, I've never seen this man do any of this activity or seen him personally get something from somebody, the niggas wouldn't be looking at him like he Axel Foley and this is Beverly Hills Cop. You feel me? Like, niggas wouldn't be looking at him as Ace Ventura, pet detective out this motherfucker. I don't know, man. They called me crazy, but I think, you know what I'm saying, if he would have just took this approach from the jump, we wouldn't even be talking about it. But
I got a lot of people that's close friends of mine that I may see once every 6-7 months.
Right.
I don't run with nobody every day. No human being do I run with every day.
You were doing your own business with it.
I had my trucking business going on, my music business going on, my real estate business going on. Y'all got to remember, we was trying to bring him into the fold to help him find a lane for him. You get what I'm saying? That's all that was. It was positioning the table, different Crips, Bloods, and Power Rules from different sections, right, that we feel could be a voice, a prominent voice on the West Coast who wanted to be part of the music industry. Those of us that had certain plugs and connections, right?
So you were trying to bring him more above board.
That was our only movement, right? And everybody will tell you, the dudes from Long Beach, if you pull up Bridging the Gap, that's Wack bringing K. Slay out here because we had lost all our radio out there. Me and K. Slay built the bomb, but I didn't keep it to myself. I brought him out here, took him to all the different neighborhoods, allowed the rappers to
rest in peace to K. Slay.
Exchange numbers with Slay, and then they built with Slay. They did mixtapes and did shit, and boom, so vice versa. So when Slay needed things for Papoose at the time out here, It was just a phone call and we made it happen. So we was trying to rebuild the bridge that should get burned down. Because at this point in time, it was like they was over there and we was over here. It really wasn't nobody conversating. Okay. So we came up with this bridging the gap thing. And that's how that started. But all the business, the real estate business, I did when we helped him with his home. The Nipsey Hussle business, Gang spoke on that on Vlad. What else did we help him do? When he started to build the Crenshaw Coast organization, me getting my artists to post the sign-ups. Scooty, about this time, Scooty Bikes was hot. So us having Ray J show up on the flyer, Ray J's coming to give away a free Scooty Bike to the whatever. Everything we did with him was business. And I'm going to be real. Anybody that know Big U, I'm going to keep it 100 with you. Part of his problem I had with him about the music business is he, like I would tell him, yo, such and such sign the artist. He like, bro, I only want to sign people from my area. Right. Big U's a dude that's big on his area. And I'm going to be real with saying that. I think Big U only would do this type of shit with people from his area. If you look at the indictment, everybody is from his area. Right. I don't think Big U trusts to go outside his bubble to do any type of criminal acts.
Because that's why extortion has become so much less popular over the years, is because people are more willing to go to the cops. The cops take it extremely seriously. So the real primary candidates to extort are people who are doing illegal business, like a sort of black market weed shop makes sense, a strip club, who knows what kind of stuff they got going on. You can extort a drug dealer because they can't really go to the cops in the same way. You know, like people always kind of assume that like no jumper has been extorted, but nobody's going to come to us and try to extort us.
Somebody asked me that last night.
Because what am I going to do? I'm going to call the cops.
Somebody asked me that.
Quickly, your whole operation's going to fall apart.
First of all, let's be real. Unlike a marijuana shop, there's no money on hand here.
That too. Yeah.
Your money comes from
cash help.
Yeah, dog. Like, so there's not like so. When it comes to that, like, when I was reading it or Prince was reading it, you know what I mean? It was kind of like, see, because I know the time frame, and I know what I'm hearing. It was kind of like when I bagged up from him, right? He went back to his old roots. Because I'm gonna be real, a lot of the people was against me bringing him to the table.
Because they thought it was shady? Or
they were scared of him, they thought he was shady, like, yo, Wack, fuck dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of my people was against it. And that's why you never hear his name tied to nobody else's name like it was mine. Because they dealt with him when they had to.
Right.
I was a dude that went and got to know his family.
Trying to be a real friend.
Again, you know what I'm saying? I go to his crib, he come to my crib, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got to know his family, and, you know, whatever I could do, I would show up, certain funerals and things, you know what I'm saying? People I had met, like Sandman, and people I'd been to a couple funerals. I've been to his mom's house, you know what I'm saying? I met his pops. So it was kind of like, we kind of had a brotherhood going on. But, once again,
y'all to have a brotherhood is even more of a reason why y'all conflict should have been kept offline. If you've been to this man's house, his family know your family, vice versa, and y'all had this type of relationship, y'all issue should have never went on. It should have never been online. You should have never been on this whole smear campaign. Well, big you this, big you that, big you this, big you that. And then when you run across that man, or when y'all cross paths at the Novo, you feel me? It's a wobbler.
At this time, 8 out of 10 conversations, when I got a call from him, was him calling me because somebody was on his phone pertaining to business. So what he did turn into, what we did help him turn into, was a magnet. He was a magnet name. If you can get to him, you can get it done. Everybody couldn't get to me. I didn't talk. I wasn't dealing with you. I didn't talk to you. But if you could get to Big U with an idea you got that some Wack could help with, Big U will call, hey, little bro, what up? Man, I got such on the phone, they trying to do this, that, and other. At that point, Big U's job was done because he didn't know. He would never really take the time to understand how to do it. His whole perception is, if I got the people around me to know how to do it, and I bring the people that want it, then I'm part of it anyway. You get what I'm saying? And he knew with me, because I was generally trying to help him, I would never request anything from him. I would just get on the phone, what is it? And then whoever it needed, I make the calls and put it together, and then he'll run with it. It's a lot of things he did minus me, like his thing with the ball players. Now that was what he built for self.
What do you just him?
Like the relationships with like Draymond Green, shit like now Shaq, that was us. That was actually Stutterbox. That was the Stutterbox and the Wack thing. Right? I remember one time, I believe he was in Houston. He had just come on, and he was standing outside All-Star Weekend or whatever. And nobody would let him in. Nobody knew who he was.
Right.
But Box at the time was moving real strong with Shaq. Box seen him and pulled him in. That was Shaq's first interaction with him, because Box was Shaq's right-hand man.
Do you think Shaq left LA because of the game politics, aka Big U going with him?
No. Shaq was already gone. Time Big U come on, Shaq was already on fucking Star Island.
Okay.
Yeah, he was already on Star Island. He was already back in Florida. He had the big crib in Orlando, and the Shaq ain't never been.
Hey, no, that's real shit. Fun fact, DJ with me and damn, what's bro name, man? Damn. Okay, I'm trying to think of bro name. But we did an event. We did Crenshaw graduation. It was 2023. Yeah, we did Crenshaw graduation 2023. And I met Big U, and they had he brought Draymond Green to speak at the graduation. Fun fact. So yeah, he that's real talk.
Ran out of nut, man. Like everybody loves Shaq. Like Shaq is just, that's family with everybody.
But that part of the indictment where they're basically talking about how a bunch of NBA players got scammed by another player, and then he makes them like hand over $100,000 each to him.
Because I was doing a lot of business with Shaq at the time. He was one of the first people to send over the 40-foot trailer, like with the toys and stuff, to give away for like Christmas.
Okay.
So you gotta understand, like, when a guy like Shaq looks up, yo, Shaq brought snow to Watts. You know that?
Yeah, the snow machine or something.
He brought the snow to the. I don't know if you listened to the call. When I got the call from these people, right? I'm thinking it's some trauma, and I'm gonna tell you why. First thing, whenever I ask you a question, I already know the answer. I just want to see what you're gonna say.
Okay.
So the first thing I say is, yo, when this happened to your brother? She says 2022. I know it was 2021 because I read the shit.
Right.
So right then and there, my mind is like, okay, well, let me see where it goes. So then I'm like, oh, what you mean they had to get blood? Like, you know, they swab us before we get out of prison, right? So then she says, they found it under the nails, right? So I'm thinking to myself, if they found some DNA under some nails, and if this dude, ain't no way they let him run around for 3-4 years, right? So I let her keep talking. So she says, my mom such and such, right? So she puts the mom on the phone. So when the mom comes on the phone, we show you this, right? She goes into her thing. The mom immediately says, oh no, it's been 4 years. Okay. This one I thought they was really capped. When she says, between me and you, the cops don't want nobody to know but this, that, and other, right? So I'm telling myself, the cops don't tell no the body when they coming to pick somebody up, right? So then I get this text.
Hey, this is Rayshawn Williams' mom. I didn't want to ask you this because I don't like asking people for anything, but I do need your help. Me and my daughter have been homeless for the past 3 months, sleeping in my car, so if it's possible, could you please help me at least get a hotel room for a couple of days? I really do need the help.
So now you know what I'm thinking.
It's cap.
It's a scam, right? So at this point in time, I'm going to be real. I watched Big U on about 3-4 occasions go side with some others that's running the narrative on me that he knows ain't true, right? And because it's his voice, it makes it seem like it might be some truth. So I tell 600, hey, bro, these motherfuckers is capping. They thought they was going to run a side story on me and get some money out of me. The motherfucking sister don't even know what year the boy died, which is odd. Anybody lose somebody that close, you know the time, date, the year, you know that shit, right? And I said, as soon as, and the mom is lead me to believe, shh, I'm telling you some exclusive shit, because the police not going to tell you, I'm going to tell you why. You may want to do something to this dude. So if the police tell you we coming to get him this month, that gives you your flight time to go kill this dude. It's a million reasons why me dealing with life, I'm like, man, ain't no motherfucking police for the
They gather all this information and they choose to let it out with one massive flood. Obviously, the Fed the indictment in their own 60s, this is all shit that they ascertained over the course of many, many years. They gather it all out, and then they drop it.
Yeah, but so I got a lady, the daughter or the sister, don't know the year the boy was killed.
I don't know why they keep saying rolling 60s indictment when it's really basically, from what the paperwork says, it's basically just a big U enterprise thing. It's like, I guess, 2 or 3 other people from Sixstone on the indictment. With the exception of Trap Kitchen Money. Shout out to Money. Yeah, I don't know why they call it that, unless there's something coming behind that where they finna have more people on the indictment, which is possible. They might pull some shit like that, but shit, I mean, we gotta stay tuned in to see. Shout out to everybody that's
I got a lady trolling, faking like she's like telling me some exclusive shit. So you know what I did? The same way Big U went over there with these dudes with this CS2 back shit, what made it look real, which in the long run is gonna help me because that's a great lawsuit. Like that shit's finna pay great, right?
You're gonna sue Big U?
No, I would never sue Big U. I sue LA Media World Star because Big U. You notice as of about 18 months ago when I said I'm suing them behind them putting that up. You don't see Big U talking to World Star shit because the World Star doubled back and said, hey, where's the paperwork to support this? He like, I don't got none. We was just, he like, well, dude got a big ass law firm. They coming at us. They not playing. They demanding some serious money. This dude's a public figure.
So this lawsuit is still in the works?
What? This gonna be great. Oh, shit. This gonna pay off like 2 of my critics.
We got a harmonious man on our hands.
Right? So the same reason why Big U went over there was some shit that he knows a lie and ran the narrative. I thought about it. I said, this 600, they lying talking about this a football kid that used to play for his organization. That ought to strike a nerve with some of the parents over there, right? It ought to piss him off, right? Let's run it up, right? Because at the time, I'm thinking that's cap.
Okay.
I'm thinking, come on, man, you don't know what year the boy was killed. It's your brother. You talking about the police that told you some shit that I know police not going to tell you. They not going to tell you for this reason right here. So in my head, there's no way this shit is. And then you hit me up for the money right afterwards, right? So in my mind, it's cap. So we run murder. How could I like turn it into content? Because I'm concerned it's content, right? I get 100 calls a day, motherfuckers telling me shit. You heard me listening to some of you. Oh, that's just shit coming through random, right? About that. I don't know if it's real or not. So at this point in time, I'm like, all right, Tink runs murder mystery. I'm gonna let her run the murder mystery, read the news shit, and then we're just gonna plug this into it.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Too much going on. Like, I think number one, Adam is aware of what's going on as far as like his involvement in the takedown of his co-hosts and Big U and all these other dudes that's on the indictment. Is when people are getting on this internet basically talking too much, you know what I'm saying? And with people like Wack 100, which is one of the main people besides 600 who get on this internet and share information that nobody would have been privy to, that wasn't on the news, that wasn't on anything, and you're supposed to be a street dude, you crossing the line. Like civilians, yeah, but you're supposed to be this street, supposed to be this crip, supposed to be this pyro, and you helping the police do their job is just crazy to me. But that's where selective politicking come in. You know, niggas is not holding true to this code that they got, you know, or portray to, you know what I'm saying? But then we'll call somebody else out for the same shit, you know. Gotta clean up your own backyard, man. But you know, this shit is I don't know. I just got on here to fuck with y'all for a little bit, run this content up, man. Um, Probably gonna jump back on later. But yeah, man, y'all go ahead and hit that like button. Shout out to everybody who slid through here. You feel me? I ain't say shit, but it's cool, man. We gonna keep running it